Good morning and welcome to another Writer's Morning Commute with Ashton Gaskill. Last weekend, my wife wanted to watch the movie Lucky Number Slevin on Netflix. I had watched it in high school a long time ago, and I remembered liking it. There was another movie I was getting it confused with. I wasn't sure which was which, but I knew I liked them both. So I decided, I'd go ahead and watch it and try to remind myself which one it was. And one of the things that I liked about having seen it before was that there's a lot of plot twists at the end of this movie, which I will be spoiling. So if you have not seen Lucky Number Slevin, I would suggest it. It's a really good movie. I was surprised whenever we started the movie. I asked, who the writer, producer, director, etc. were, and I didn't really see any names I recognized, which, I'm not a huge cinephile, so it doesn't necessarily mean a lot, but I was surprised that I hadn't heard of any of them, just considering how good this movie was and how much I enjoyed it. It's got Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman in it. Performances are all great. It's a really good movie. But one of the things that I knew was what all the twists were at the end. And this movie kind of falls into a little bit of a weird category, because each individual of the main four characters, between Slevin, the rabbi, the boss, and Good Cat, all kind of have a twist that we find out who they actually are, as well as the police officer. But it all kind of just comes from the same twist. So it's like 5 little twists that make up a larger twist. And that twist, of course, is that the little kid at the beginning and that guy's death during Bruce Willis's opening story are the same people we're seeing now. They're all connected. And we don't obviously see their faces in the flashbacks for the most part. And it's implied that, one of them dies and they don't, etc., etc. So, from there, I was thinking about talking about just plot twists in general. There are some really good examples of plot twists in literature, but I think, especially in the fantasy genre, it's hard to beat Brandon Sanderson. I think most people would agree with that. He was referred to as, by his friends, the Sanderson Avalanche, that fans have kind of taken up and used very lovingly. He just does one after another. So if you want to study some good plot twists, I know pretty much everyone has read Mistborn at this point, but Mistborn's a good one to look at. And all the plot twists that I can remember in Mistborn follow the same kind of structure, which I think is the key to plot twists, and that is to introduce 2 things as separate things, and then later treat them as separate things throughout the story, while hinting that they're the same thing, and then reveal that they're the same thing. That's essentially what a plot twist is. It doesn't have to be, 2 physical things. It can be like Lucky Number Slevin. We have Slevin and the kid from the beginning. Plot twist, they're both the same person. We have some hints, because we know that Good Cat is the one who went to kill him. He's also the only one who we didn't get a explicit death scene from in the beginning. So there's some different things hinting that everything isn't what we thought it was. ultimately those two things come together. I think all plot twists basically boil down to that basic premise of introduce two separate ideas or things or people, treat them from a writing perspective as if they are separate while hinting that they're the same, and of course leaving open the possibility that they're the same. Don't do something that explicitly, counteracts one or the other. Like you wouldn't want Clark Kent taking kryptonite pills in the morning or something like that. So introduce two things, treat them like they're two separate things, hint that they're the same thing, reveal that they're the same thing. Hopefully that helps you to make some better plot twists in your own work. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for writing with me.